against Stuart Bingham. Mike Hallett still alongside me, Philip Studd in the commentary box, and Bingham, Mike, one of those players who's really transformed his game in the last couple of years, and it all seemed to kick off for him with that first ranking title, which has given him that much needed self-belief.
Yeah, absolutely. Another one who's similar to Mark Davis, really. He's a formidable player now. This is young Ryan Causton, amateur. He's not a professional. These tournaments are open to amateurs and professionals.
Won his first round at the Australian Open before losing out to Ian Burns in the round of 96 by 5 frames to 3. It's a big occasion for him, though, against one of the best players in the world right now, Stuart Bingham. He's been very consistent in the last 12 to 18 months since he won that Australian Open title. He's been runner-up in a couple of other majors. Now 37 years of age, Bingham, but playing as well as he has ever done. And this, of course, is a battle of the Essex boys. Bingham from Basildon.
Good red there. Quite hard enough to finish on the black, so I might have just to play a safety off the green. Big match this here for the young man.
Green ball. Causton. 1.
Half a chance here then for Causton.
Well, that was close. Oh, has that gone far enough to leave this red on to the right corner? I bet he thought he'd got that with the white going down.
One. Eight. 9. 16.
The veteran Tony Drago
17.
has come through in a final frame decider against Alexander Zambaka. So Drago through 4-3. He'll now play Rod Lawler, who defeated Rhian Evans 4-0 earlier on today. Dave Gilbert has come through against Robbie Williams by 4 frames to 3.
24.
So he'll be back to making albums in the near future, presumably. Oh no, it's not that one, is it?
25.
before we return to the live action, you saw Matthew Stevens come through that epic with Ben Harrison earlier today. Stevens perhaps feeling a little weary after that marathon match. Slipped 2-0 behind against Ricky Walden, although Stevens I should say, is 47 points to the good in the third frame. And the matches come thick and fast, of course. These players playing 3 matches today in order to get through to Sunday's finale, when they'll have to win 4 to lift the title. So although the matches are short, as Bingham misses a relatively routine red to right centre, there's a lot of snooker to be played to win this title.
Yes, and Stuart won't have enjoyed that one.
Shoot.
Got a kick there. I think this is the beauty of these PTCs as well, Phil, isn't it? We're seeing a lot more new faces on our screens, aren't we? Whereas if they've been around the back playing on qualifying tables, they might not have got into the next round and whatever. So it's a great fillip for them to be able to play under these conditions and get the experience.
Absolutely. Causton will have had very limited experience of playing in front of a healthy crowd against a top-ranked player.
7.
The only way you improve is by tasting this precious situation.
8. Thirteen.
Plenty of red in the open here for the young man.
Fourteen. $21.
Well, Bingham guilty of unexpected error on that red.
$22.
Has 200 career centuries to his name, does Bingham. Prolific break builder. 3 times he's made a 147. And now up to 10 in the world.
Yeah, he's had a great couple of seasons, hasn't he? Premier League champion, of course. Oh, that's gone wrong.
An extraordinary evening, Mike. I think you may have been commentating.
Was.
When,
2 6-0s.
Back-to-back whitewashes and against, what was it, Selby and Robertson?
It was. Unbelievable.
That takes some doing, does it not?
Yeah, I mean, there's an extra match to put in there, but I mean, he won both matches 6-0. I'll tell you what, he played. That was the best snooker I'd ever seen him play. Incredible stuff.
And then went on to win the title by beating Judd Trump 7-2. Some performance.
30.
And that was a good shot as well from young Ryan there to recover.
Terrific pot.
Yeah, just sustained scoring. Just getting back to those Premier League matches, actually, yeah, Phil. Just sustained scoring over that period of time. It was incredible, really. We've seen players do it over a match, but not over 2 matches like that in the same evening.
36.
Bingham among the top players who did travel to the Australian Open. A number of players withdrew from the event, didn't enter. Lost out to Joe Perry in the last 16 out in Bendigo.
Yes, I think Marco Fu might be public enemy #1 over there, having beaten the local Neil Robertson in that final.
A terrific performance from Marco to secure his second ranking title. Neil Robertson not here in Rotterdam, and he's very frustrated about that. He withdrew from the tournament following his runners-up spot at the Australian Open with ill health. Wanted to play here. He's hoping that he'll be featuring 12 months from now in Rotterdam.
Well, Ryan's just got a little bit too much side on the cue ball there. Brought the white into the middle of the table. He's out of position.
Causton 48.
So 17 points, young Ryan Causton's lead.
Yes, nice touch there. I didn't want to leave a red on to the centre. I think Ryan will just chip off this red, take the white down the other end of the table. Well, again, Stuart expected to win this match, but this will be the first time he's actually seen Ryan play, I suppose. It's always difficult when you're coming up against a new opponent where you don't know where their strengths and their weaknesses are. Good safety there from Stuart. In fact, it might be a snooker. Well, a good hit, just caught them a little bit on the thick side. He's offered up a pot here for Stuart. Too close there. Lucky just to feel, well, landed a little bit over the top of the green. He might just play off the red near the side cushion. Just wait for his chance to get over the line here in this opening frame. Should really play off the left on red. Well, looks like he's having a go at this one. It's slightly awkward queuing. This man has certainly found his feet over the last 2 or 3 seasons. Nice guy as well. Works hard. Never gets involved in anything at all. Just enjoys his snooker. But a big occasion for that young man today.
One.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Could be a well, I was going to say a match winner. That is a bit premature. Could be a frame winner. Terrific pot though. Look at that.
I bet he wish it was for the match.
Certainly worthy of winning a frame. 18 points in front, Causton.
Yeah, I don't think these 2 reds are set as a plant. And the blue is just slightly the wrong side of the blue. Well, he could settle for the 5 points and try and chip one of the reds into the left corner. He'll be playing the right-hand red of the 2, of course, here. And of course, if he can just knock this one in, he's got control of the board. He could lay the snooker and really put Stuart Bingham in some trouble. Too thick. But he's got a good 23-point lead here. Well, he's just overdone that slightly. He's given Stuart a chance to get back into this frame.
Stuart Bingham just spotting a foreign object on the cue ball there as he was about to deliver his cue. Referee Marcel Eckhart doing the polishing.
Well, Stuart yet to find his feet here.
Big frame for Ryan Causton. If he can clinch the opener, that will settle the nerves and he'll really feel in the match then. He's certainly the favourite at the moment, leading as he does by 23 points, 43 remaining.
Well, I was about to say I thought he'd fluked it, and then Stuart would have been in trouble. As it is, it's a good safety. Well, he's caught that way too thick. He's been lucky there.
Bingham in further trouble now. Snookered on both reds. Pretty assured start from the underdog.
It is. Well, doesn't want that in. Well, the miss has been called. Well, he's having it put back. I thought he might take the red on down the cushion. So 27 the lead. Still plenty on there, Stuart, but trying to drop dead weight on this red, of course. Better angle. Has he caught the knuckle? Oh, how close was that? Guess where that's going.
Take 3.
No warning, of course, this time because he can't see a ball on. Same again. I think he's caught the knuckle. Well, will he take the red on down the cushion? No, Brian's not interested.
35 the difference now with 43 remaining. I think that 39.
That's amazing how he keeps catching that knuckle. Well, one more and he can only tie. Well, I do believe they've put 4 points on the wrong score there. They put it on Stuart's side and not Ryan's, but amazing how he keeps catching that middle knuckle.
Yes, and as a result, that score is surely mistaken. I think the difference is now 43.
I think
43 left.
Yeah, it should be. It should be 75-32. I think that our graphic, scoreline graphic, is not correct at the moment.
So that red was frame ball for Causton. Stays out, but looks like he's got the consolation prize of a snooker. Unless there's a gap between pink and green.
Well, either way, Stuart needs high value. Well, he needs blacks. Yes, there's definitely 43 in this with 43 on. There should be 4 points taken off Stuart's score line and put onto Ryan's. There we go.
Hallett's mathematics in good working order, even though he's obviously getting on a bit now.
For a change, Phil.
Well, it's a skill not to be underestimated for a professional snooker player, isn't it? The ability to add up.
Yeah, it is. And of course, with everything going on, it's doing that and keeping your a cool head under pressure.
We've seen 1 or 2 players come a cropper from time to time at big moments when they've miscalculated. I seem to recall Tony Drago had a bit of an incident at a tournament a while back where I think he thought he required a snooker when he actually didn't.
Yeah, he's playing. I think he was playing Alan McManus, wasn't he? One of the qualifiers. And what happened afterwards was quite funny, actually.
He ended up conceding a match that he actually still had enough points to win, but it was too late by the time he realised what he'd done. He'd already shaken hands. So that proved particularly costly. Tony's been in action today, victorious, so he's through to the next round. So Bingham needs 2 blacks with these reds and all the colours to force a respotted black.
Nice shot there.
1.
Well, it's perfect position. He could possibly lay the snook off this final red if he leaves the white there again. Well, going for position, so that tells you that he might be going for the respot here, although the colours are in great position to lay snookers.
8.
Well, if he gets on the other side of the bolt line, actually he could play on the yellow and then play the snooker in behind the pink from the green. That would be ideal. I think he's already thought about that. These guys think 4 or 5 shots ahead. So he doesn't want this yellow to be straight, and that's not too clever. He needed to get
16.
the other side of the bolt line with the cue ball, but he can still force the respot. Well, now he might be
18.
going for it. Wow, that is incredible. Well, he might have got a bad contact,
Stuart
but they're
Bingham,
still
18.
pretty wide of the mark.
That was a surprise. Some evidence perhaps of the green leaving the table there. Even so, Bingham will be disappointed he didn't get it. What a fine pot that was from Ryan Causton.
Well, the way this lad's played in this first frame, you think he'd been out there for 15 years or so.
Enjoying the occasion so far. Bingham requires snookers now.
Ryan Causton, 3.
2 of them to be precise.
Yeah, it would have been nice if just to knock that brown in to really make sure this opening frame. Well, I think that was an attempted pot.
Well, it's been a very scrappy start to Stuart Bingham's challenge here at the Rotterdam Open. Causton certainly deserves to win this opening frame. Should complete the job.
I suppose one of you 2 people might be thinking at home, well, what's happened to the waistcoats and the bow ties? Well, I think we've relaxed the rules for this event this weekend. I'll let you know in due course if it's going to happen in all the other EPTCs.
Yes, I don't recall it happened in the opening European
No.
Tour event in Bulgaria. They were suited and booted on that occasion. Bit of a party atmosphere in Rotterdam.
Yes, why not? Only first day in, Phil, but this table looks a bit rapid, doesn't it? It's a good pace. And once the heaters are on it for another day or so, you'll get even quicker.
It's very much the modern way, isn't it, with these super fine cloths?
Yes, the under table heaters. Oh, there you see it. Still needs 2 snookers. In fact, he can 1 on the pink to tie if he pots this blue.
Nine.
That's his thinking.
Stuart Bingham, 9.
One good pot here then from Causton to set the seal on this opener. Played with drag and played to perfection. Well, he richly deserves that opening frame. Ryan Causton showed a lot of maturity on the big occasion against one of the best players in the world, Stuart Bingham. And it's first blood to the underdog. Causton leads 1-0.